This is KUGAN CASSIUS for Rifle TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. We're in Manchester. Are we allowed to say why you're here, Callum?
Go on, because I don't even know why I'm here.
Alright, you're doing a modelling shoot, aren't you?
Hands over.
Why are you laughing? Did you get asked to do a modelling shoot?
Do you look like I get asked to do a modelling shoot?
I don't know. It would like identify him as the better looking Smith brother then, I suppose.
You're not the only one who say that as well.
The GQ. We're still waiting any news from you.
Yeah, still not got any and still just waiting. Hopefully back in the gym, back training, and so hopefully have a date pretty soon.
Okay. Obviously the big news over the last week is that KELL BROOK will face GENNADY GOLOVKIN. I'm sure you were as shocked as everyone else was. Liam, massive fight.
Yeah, massive.
Nearly as big as yours.
No, it's a massive fight. It's I think surprised everyone because of a lot of people were expecting it to be Eubank getting announced, and you know we were playing golf and Stephen phoned us, didn't he? Said guess who Golovkin's fighting, and we had a few guesses. One of us guessed Martin Murray, someone, and no one guessed Brook, and then he said KELL BROOK. So it surprised people because you know it is what it is, the weight wise and stuff, and no one really knew it was going to be him announced, but it's a massive chance for him, it's a massive opportunity for him, and it's a win-win really for him, unless he takes a bad beating where it dents his performances in the future. Then no one's going to expect him to win. He's probably getting massive money for it, and he's got a chance. If he wins, he's a overnight superstar. So I can see why he took the fight.
Callum, I mean the fight everyone was looking for 2 or 3 months ago was Golovkin versus Canelo. Now we've got a case where your brother's fighting Canelo, and obviously one of our own in KELL BROOK's fighting Golovkin. I mean, these are good times for British boxing.
Yeah, very good for British boxing. You only have to look how many world champions we've got at the minute. We are a good nation, and we are a strong nation in boxing. But I think Liam v Canelo was a massive fight, and Brook v Golovkin's a massive fight. So it shows that we can be up there and compete with the best.
And little Jazz,
Jazz is fighting
Reglandale this week. Yeah, absolutely.
We've got British fighters who are fighting some of the best pound-for-pound fights in the world. So I think it shows what British boxing's doing. It's coming on, and hopefully it can continue to do that. There's a lot of good fighters coming through as well. And
you asked for a big fight for so long, and it kind of come much bigger for you than Canelo. Unbelievable.
Well, yeah, and I think people thought I was kidding you when I was asking for big fights, and I asked all the names I was getting linked with. I said one of them fights get offered, I'll take, and it was funny enough, it was KELL BROOK, it was Cotto, it was Canelo, and then the Canelo one got offered, and I took it. There was no reason why I weren't going to take it. I always said. People on social media now surprised I took the fight, and saying give Liam Smith credit, he took a big fight with Canelo. If I was to knock that fight back, I kind of don't deserve to be a world champion. If I'm world champion and then saying I'm not ready for someone, my personality is I don't really deserve to be a world champion if I'm knocking fights back with certain people. So, I become world champion. I took it. It's the point. I'm ready to go in the ring with anyone in the world. So, that's my mentality behind it. And say I'm going there to win. I'm not going there to make numbers up.
Well, this is your big opportunity to sort of announce yourself in America more so than anything. You're already a world champion, and he's fighting for your belt. So to go over there, we don't know where it is yet. It's not been confirmed yet, is it?
Not yet, no.
But I mean, what can you say?
Yeah, I was never ever going to turn that down. It's a fight I've wanted. People, you'll get your critics saying I'm not ready. How do they know I'm not ready? They say I'm not ready because I haven't fought someone at that level yet. That doesn't mean I'm not ready. You know what I mean? And then the same people who slag me for Jimmy Kelly will probably slag me for taking the Canelo fight. You can't win with some people, but I've got people backing me who need to back me. The rest it is irrelevant really. The critics can criticise all he wants, and then you've got the American fans who are kind of unhappy with it. But I don't think that's anything to do with me. I think that's just I'm getting the backlash of him not fighting Canelo, not fighting Golovkin. They were all expecting that. He kind of let himself down a little bit after his last 2 fights. The interviews he done saying he's not giving no titles up, he'll fight him and he'll put gloves on again now and fight him and stuff like that. And and then when it comes to it, you give the title up. So he let himself down in that way, and I think I'm getting the brunt of it really, because say I'm known around America by gyms, because I've been all around them. I've been in a lot of gyms over there, and I've had a lot of good coaches speak well about me over there towards this fight. Manny Robles, Freddie Roach. I've had messages off Garcia asking me to go and train in Oxnard if he needs any help. So, you know, that's a good point. But I understand the fans. I haven't fought in America, so a lot of you know, just casual fans are not going to know who I am. But say I guarantee after September they'll know who I am.
What have you taken from the win over Amir Khan?
Nothing at all. I said I wouldn't take nothing off that fight. That fight was, I wouldn't take nothing off how well Amir was doing, because I don't fight like Amir, and I'm not going to go in the ring and fight like Amir did. And I don't take nothing from the shot Canelo landed, because it was always a case of, you know, if Amir could get through without taking one of them, if he took one of them flush, it was always going to, without sounding too nasty, it was always going to end that way. So, you know, a lot of people on the street say, yeah, you're fighting Canelo, he can punch him, and you know, people look too much into the Khan fight. I won't take nothing from that fight. Even, you know, as strange as it is, even the pluses, what Khan was doing very well, I'm not going to take nothing off that either, KUGAN. I don't fight like that, so you know, it's kind of irrelevant to me, that fight. I won't take no fear from it, and I won't take no pluses from it.
Can you do it over there?
100%. I don't think he'd have took the fight if he didn't believe that. I think, you know, Liam's very underrated, and not Canelo's overrated, but you know, he is beatable. He's not as good as, you know, people are making out. He's had a lot of hype since early on in his career, and you know, he is a good fighter, very good, but so's Liam, and you know, on the right night and the right performance, then 100% he can do it, he can win.
When you look into it properly, KUGAN, like, he's had a very good back, and he's been built very, very well. I would say Pro 16 and stuff like that, but when you look into his fights closely, he's been unbelievable in a handful of fights. Angulo, he was absolutely made for him. You know, Cotto, he performed very well. That was the best he's been. Look at the ones he struggled. You know, he didn't budge Matthew Hatton. I know it was a long time ago, but he didn't budge Matthew Hatton. You know, he didn't hurt Ryan Rhodes much. Yeah, you know, struggled with Lara, very good fighter. Struggled with Trout. You know, good southpaw, but very basic. You know, Mayweather boxed his head off. I'm not saying I'm no Mayweather, but there's only a handful of fights where he's been very, very, you know, very good. He struggled with, you know, a lot of fighters didn't budge Mosley. So, you know, it's, when you look into it properly, I think the hype is more. He's been brought along very, very well. He's been backed very well. You know, he's had a lot of good publicity, and he's been promoted very well. As in, you know, he's the golden boy now at the moment, and he's the biggest name in boxing. But if you look into it closely, he's not as good as people, you know, make out to be. He's a very, very good fighter, and he's at the top of the sport. But people go on like he's a monster, and I certainly don't think he is.
So, how will you set out your camp now?
We'll just do what we always do, KUGAN. We'll, you know, base here first. Do all the, you know, break the back of the train and get in good shape, and then we'll pick our sparring partners and we'll go from there.
You going over to America?
I don't know yet. Wait and see.
Oh, that's very under the hat. And have you got a date yet? Where?
No, September, October. There's a few dates knocking about. I'm back in the gym now, and I think I'll have to sit down with Joe and Eddie and come to, you know, what fight I want to have. Still waiting to hear whether Gael and Jack are going to fight each other. That's going to be a bit quiet, so obviously that affects my next fight. If they don't fight, then my next fight will be with Jack. If they do, then I'll get another one in. So I'm just sitting waiting really, but I'm training, getting fit, and aiming towards September, October. So no worst comes to worst, I'll fight.
You kind of knew this was going to be the situation when you won that eliminate, didn't you? That you might have to play a little bit of a waiting game for this.
Yeah, I knew I was going to have to wait anyways. That's why, you know, I'm not frustrated, I'm not kicking up a fuss. I kind of knew it was going to happen, but no, I'm not going to let it stall my career or affect it. I'm still training. If my next fight isn't with Jack, then I will fight in the meantime to keep busy, and I'll keep improving. So as long as I train and get ready, then I will fight. Just not sure who it is at the minute.
Alright, well listen, Liam, Callum, thanks for talking to IFL TV. We'll let you crack on with your modelling. Callum, we're not allowed to film any of that, so you're not allowed any free clothes either. Tony Belly's already tried.
Has he?
Yeah.
Has he been up, has he?
He's been up and gone, yeah. So has Kel. Alright, thank you for talking to us, Callum, Liam, thank you, mate.